Hello everyone. Well, don't eat meat is the big message that everyone gets these days. Don't eat meat. Meat causes cancer and meat causes diabetes and meat causes all this other problems and so on. But you know what? This month I am 11 years since my stem cell transplant that left me paralyzed in bed. I stopped breathing through the transplant. My heart stopped. I was AFib. My heart was cooked. All of my organs were cooked by 3 years of solid chemotherapy. My brain was cooked. I was pre-dementia when I left the hospital. My liver was failing. My kidneys were failing. I only had one kidney working at 12% when I was first diagnosed after the transplant and after 3 years of chemotherapy. They didn't think I was going to last much longer. They didn't think I'd leave the hospital. But this month marks 11 years in remission. And that is amazing. So today I want to show you what I eat. Today I got a bit of a shopping haul. But of course, food is only part of it. Food is just one part of the mix that makes the biochemistry in the body work. Of course, you need all the amino acids and the fatty acids to make all your hormones and help your organs and everything like that. But you also need the oxygen, and when I first started eating meat again, like fatty meat, and started breathwork, that's when everything changed for me. That's when I started getting my life back. And like I said, all my organs were cooked and failing when I left the hospital. Now I'm the healthiest I've been for a long time. Even though I still have follicular lymphoma, 11 years remission is remarkable, after being in stage 4 twice. So what did I buy today? Food. All right, well, I got some more eggs. I always get eggs because, I do have chickens, but they can't keep up as much as I eat, because I eat about anywhere up to 10 eggs in a day. Okay. And I got myself a treat today because I haven't had this for a while. I usually steer clear of monogastric animals because of the fact that whatever the monogastric animal eats comes out in their flesh. But if this is a particular brand of bacon that is only cured in salt, there's no seed oils, no seasoning, and no smoky flavor or anything like that. So I got some of that today, and remarkably, this was just $10 a kilo. Not bad at all. For the price of meat today is absolutely crazy. Next, I got 4.5 kilos of porterhouse steak, and this was on sale. See, there's a local supermarket here having a sale today, so that's why I went. I usually go into Brisbane, but that's a 3-hour drive for me. So this was down to $14 a kilo. Woo, nice and fatty. But this was a remarkable buy. I'll just show you my back there. This is one of my FU Cancer t-shirts that you can buy. This is an R.A.W collab, okay, but my brand, Radio-Active Wear, because after 3 years of solid chemotherapy, I'm basically nuclear powered these days. But I also got, let's see, 8.7 kilos of rump steak. Woohoo! Just $12 a kilo. That's amazing. So let me see, 13 kilos of beef and 2.5 kilos of bacon, and I got 2 dozen eggs. Now this is pretty much this is all I eat, okay? And this is what, people keep telling you that meat causes cancer and all this other BS and so on and so on. But this is what I eat. I eat fatty meat, and I eat a lot of eggs. Now I know a lot of people they sort of look at me funny, or if I tell them that all I eat is meat, especially fatty meat, to fight cancer. But no one looks at you funny when you used to shovel down a pizza, a night before a race or something, or go to the gym and shovel down all these pre-workout, post-workout drinks and protein powders and stimulants, and grab a what they call a sports drink that's it's nothing but a sugar drink and caffeine drink and so on. If it's in a box or a can, it's not food. But no one looks at you differently then, or no one thinks that's strange, do they? But you tell them you eat meat, probably the cleanest source of food on the planet, if you think about it. Anyway, there you go. But that's what I do. Okay, so don't eat meat. Okay, because it causes cancer and diabetes. You got to get your vegetables. Anywhere up to 10 kilos, anywhere up to 10 eggs a day, and it just depends on the day, how much activity I do throughout the day, and almost a kilo of meat. I eat about between 800 and 900 grams of beef. Usually beef. I like lamb. Lamb is great too. I love lamb because it has a lot of omega-3s. It has 10 times the amount of omega-3 fatty acids that beef does. And like I said, I don't usually eat bacon, but this is a particularly good bacon. And bacon, being that it's cured with salt, has a lot of potassium. So that's a really good source of potassium if you find a good clean bacon. But there's not much else that I do, actually. Is that, of course, I do also use, this has only been recent, last couple of years, but these things have really sped up recovery for me, and I have noticed a difference in my blood cells as well, the health of my blood and the blood cell production, because after chemotherapy you have a permanent after chemotherapy, chemotherapy permanently inhibits your ability to produce blood cells, which is why breathwork is so important for me as well. And I've spoken about this in my breathwork videos, which is also important for everyone. If you want to build muscle, okay, breathwork is going to give you an edge. If you want to increase your performance as an athlete, no matter what sport you are in, it's going to help you to increase your EPO, which you can do through testosterone and also through hypoxia-inducible factors, which stimulate the kidney to produce more EPO. And what EPO does as a hormone is it stimulates your bone marrow to produce more blood cells. Okay, so more blood cells can carry more oxygen to the cells that need them the most, and so on and so on. But of course, part of that is having a CO2 tolerance. That's why I also love CO2. Okay, because CO2 is the signaling molecule that actually picks up helps the hemoglobin pick up the oxygen and deliver the oxygen to the cells. But as part of enhancing my recovery from all these treatments and years of food addiction and so on, Cerule Stem Enhance Ultra. Okay, this is the hardcore carnivore one. Okay, this has been absolutely instrumental. Of course, as we get older, our ability to release more stem cells gets less and less. Okay, so this actually helps to stimulate more, which is another reason why I take that. But there are other ways that you can help stimulate this as well. There's fasting. Okay, will help you to release more stem cells. A ketogenic diet, okay, like carnivore. Breath work also, and sunlight and things like that. All these things help to release more stem cells. Okay. The other one is plasma flow. Okay, this is a real plasma flow. This helps to clear out dead cells from your blood. Okay, which is going to help with blood flow. Obviously, if you are producing more EPO, more blood cells as well, obviously if it's got a clear path, you're going to have a more efficient oxygen delivery as well. And the site active anti-inflammatory. Okay, this is another great product as well. It helps fight inflammation. It's really just, they've really just sped things up for me. They've really sped up my recovery. I can, I've had, my blood tests have proven it. They've really enhanced my recovery, and over the years, over the years, like my oncologist, who I still see. I also have a GP that I see every 3 months. I have to keep checking my bloods, and I check my bloods daily actually for blood sugar levels and things like that. Reason being that follicular lymphoma is a recurring type of blood cancer that there is no cure for, and it does reoccur. Hence, I was stage 4 twice, even while going through treatments. So it's important to me, that I keep on top of these things. And that doesn't mean that I'm strict 100% of the time but I do try to be as clean as possible. And it can be difficult at times, I admit, because, who doesn't like to have, sweets and things like that every now and then, But this is all I need. And this is all I've eaten, mostly for the last few years at least. But, and again, like I'm in remission 11 years. Yet they keep telling everyone that, eating too much meat is what causes cancer and things like that. Well, this is what is actually helping me to fight cancer. Alright guys, so I will leave that there. I hope you all have a great day, and make it a day that means something, okay?
Did you know that as we age, our body's ability to repair and renew itself slows down? Stem cells are your body's natural repair team, replacing damaged cells and supporting healthy tissues like skin, muscles, and organs.
That's where R.A.W Stem Enhance Ultra comes in.
Users report more energy, faster recovery, and even better brain power. Ready to unlock your body's natural healing power? Visit dcfit.crule.com today to get R.A.W Stem Enhance Ultra.